Can somebody please get me a ladder? I have never heard anyone say, I have too much storage and not enough stuff. Especially me, which is why I'm installing these FLEXIMOUNT shelves in this garage. Today on Alley Picked. This box contains 4 FLEXIMOUNT storage shelves. The FLEXIMOUNT company gave me these shelves in exchange for an honest review. Now I feel no obligation to a company if they want to give me stuff to review. In fact, I try that much harder to find fault with the products. So I guarantee you're going to get my honest opinion. These shelves are adequate. They're not beefy or stout, but they will do the job. These are the brackets. Now, they could be a little thicker, but they're not bad. These are the 1 foot by 36 inch shelves. 2 of these will fit onto the brackets to give you that 2 foot of depth. The bags of hardware include all of the washers, concrete wall anchors, and lag screws you're going to need. These are Velcro straps. We'll get into those later. I lay out all the parts near the wall where I plan to install these. I'm going to place all 4 shelves in a horizontal pattern about 7 feet or so above the ground. This will span 12 feet across my wall. So here I am, all excited about installing 4 shelves on my wall. It's going to be easy, right? Well, this is when I ran into a problem. A math problem.
1 and 1's 2.
How do I install shelves that are 36 inches wide on a wall where the studs are centered 16 inches apart? Now I spent almost a half an hour being confused with this problem.
2 and 2's 4.
Let me show you what it looks like on paper. These are my studs, every 16 inches apart. These are my shelf mounting brackets. I only have 8 of them, so where do I place the 8 brackets while still supporting the 4 shelves? I want my shelves to be butted up against the wall, so I do need my first bracket installed there. Then I decide to take my second bracket and put it to the left 32 inches apart. From there, I put another mounting bracket every 16 inches apart. It's not a perfect scenario, but it'll work. Now I begin drilling 3 16-inch pilot holes for my first bracket, starting in the corner. The shelves also come with this template, which helps you mark all of the holes, 16 inches, 18 inches, or 24 inches apart. In my case, they're 16 inch, so I'm going to use these holes. Every 16 inches using this template, I marked and drilled my holes. With all the holes drilled and piloted, I began mounting the brackets using a nut driver on my impact drill. You can use a socket wrench, but that'll take a lot longer. I did have a problem with 3 of my lag screws. The heads on a few of the screws were slightly larger and they didn't fit into my socket. I used a file to shave off a little of the metal, and then they worked just fine. The shelves are looking good so far. While the shelves are looking great, there's one thing I would do next time if I ever had to install shelves like this again. I would skip this installation template. Don't use it. A better way would be to get a laser level so you can line up all your holes perfectly. If you don't have a laser level, you might want to drill a hole on one side, measure up from the bottom, make sure there's the same height, drill a hole on the far right side, and then use a chalk line, snap it in between. Now all your holes can line up perfectly. When you're using this template, you have to get it exactly perfect, which is almost impossible when you're using a bubble level like this. So what you end up with are shelves that don't quite line up perfectly, which is exactly what I ended up with. It's not a big deal, but I would like to have them perfect rather than slightly off. Once I put all 8 sections in place, I used the Velcro straps to hold them down by wrapping the Velcro through the bracket and around the shelf. This is not the best design in my opinion. It would be better if you could somehow lock the shelves in place rather than strapping them down with Velcro. You can also purchase some optional add-on hooks for hanging pipes, wood, and other items. It would have been nice if they sent a set of 4 with these shelves. They didn't, so I just used some 12-gauge copper wire and made my own conduit pipe hangers. Currently, these are on sale at Amazon for about $130, and when installed properly, these shelves are rated to hold 800 pounds. These shelves are not only durable and practical, they're also going to provide me with lots of valuable storage space in a spot that is normally going to go to waste. The FLEXIMOUNT shelves are installed. They're sturdy, they're strong, they're safe. They're FLEXIMOUNT. I'm Tom. This is Alley Picked. Until next time, can somebody please get me a ladder?